Well, you've made it more than the required 3 weeks at this point. It's 3 weeks of Droughtlander that we are celebrating in this video, though it is a little late. And for that, we're already filling requests. During last week's video, I showed a snippet of a discussion between Charles and David, so this week we get the whole thing. This is for you, so sit back and enjoy. Oh, and I've included chapters so you can skip my hyperbole. I just want to I'll have to check this, and hopefully the sound that I wanted to recorded. The video All right, with any luck, this is actually working. Let's find out. Before I get started with our big treat today, which is that discussion between David and Charles, I did want to go and just check some of the stories out on Instagram. And wouldn't you know it, 3 of our Outlander actors have put up a story. I'm going to go check and see if either Sam, John, or Charles has anything interesting to share on their stories real quick. I do believe Sam may be attending again. Okay, so yeah, just see, these are all stories, are they? They're just like quick snippets of their day. Oh, well, there you go. Now, my problem is that cut off sound on these things, and there's no good reason for it. There we go.
Yes! Let's go!
Let's go! All right, and had posted something, which he doesn't, so okay. Okay, awesome. So it looks like we're going to have a chance to see John chatting about something, maybe. You know what? I'm going to slow that down so I can see it a little better, and hopefully have something slightly more interesting to say. Yeah, all right. So this is a podcast called Get Your Blank Together, and I've got the link below, so go check that out. It was out 6 days ago from the time of this recording, so it should be up and ready for you. All right, a couple of you actually did request that I try and see if I can get that discussion between Charles and David from Instagram. So I'm not positive, but I'm almost sure that I'm allowed to do this because the video has no watermarks on it saying that it is copywritten by anybody. I'm going to double check the comments as well and make sure that nothing says this is owned by Stars or owned by David Berry. But generally, any celebrity discussions, any celebrity posted videos are kind of generally considered okay to share on YouTube. So I'm going to put this up. We'll see if it lasts. If anybody takes it down and says I can't share it, I have to follow the rules. But from my understanding, this is okay. So let's get to it. Push play and it's automatically muted. So we're trying again here. And it's still muted. Why is it muted? One more time, and I'm just going to unmute it right away.
All right, hello everyone, live on Instagram. I have to figure out how to do this.
You and me both.
Oh, everyone's already joining in. Okay, I'm stressing out. I have to find Charles.
Slightly more comfortable here.
He's going to hopefully not leave me
Yeah, it does
here.
take Charles a little while to join up.
Lauren.
I've never done, pardon me, I've never done a live discussion on Instagram.
Charles, where are you?
And
maybe I
inviting
have to
people
you.
to join you, it just takes a minute during any chat. I think any of you who've ever used a chat, it takes people a minute to join. So I do believe that clip in the sound there means that Charles is about to show
I've invited
up
him,
here.
waiting for Charles. Charles sent a request to join. There he is. Thank you.
Hello.
Goodness, Charles.
Finally, there he
joining
is.
me on this Instagram
Fix his
live.
hair.
I didn't leave you hanging.
Panicking there.
No hanging.
How are you, Mr. David Berry?
That does happen from time to
very
time.
good,
It's
Mr.
understandable.
Charles Vandervaart.
Technology is a
what
pain
time
in
is
the
it
rear.
there?
It is 6 p.m.
Over in Australia. Okay, you got it good.
I'm not in Australia. I'm currently in Europe. And you're in Canada.
Yeah, I'm out in Canada. I'm in the lovely Blue
Now just
Mountains of
remember, this is me
Ontario,
recording a
which are
previously
actually not
recorded
really mountains.
recording of a
We don't
live
really have
chat.
mountains in
So if there are
Ontario. You gotta
buffering
go out west for
issues,
that.
I
But they're lovely all
apologize.
the same. I love the Blue Mountains up here.
Well, joining me, Charles. We're going to do this, for like 20 minutes, something like that?
Yeah, let's answer some questions. My mom was generous enough to lend me her phone so I can read them off while we do this.
Just for reference, this is 9 weeks
in front of
ago,
me. I have
according to my
multiple devices.
Instagram, how many weeks ago
So
thingy it is.
shall we just jump straight in?
Let's do it. I kind of like being the interviewer / I know I'm getting interviewed a little bit by you now, but it's fun to have the questions. Should I ask you one first?
By all means, you can lead this down.
Okay, beautiful. So, oh geez, I'm gonna butcher this name. Nalek Tervoet. I'm failing my Dutch heritage right now. She asked you and me, I guess. Have you taken any props back home with you? Stolen anything?
You go first. Second to think.
Okay, I'll go first. I don't know if this counts as stealing, but so they gave me my spadroon, which William has a sword. It's called a spadroon. It's what the English used at the time in battle, or I guess the lieutenants used. And they gave me one to practice at home, and it's like a fake toy. It's not a real sword. It's like a little plastic one. But I love it so much, and they never asked for it back. But I couldn't bring it to Canada because it's like a sword. You know what I mean? Like I can't put that in my luggage. It's a bit too long to put in my big to put under the plane. So it's waiting for me in Scotland, but I hope I get to keep it. I hope I didn't just out myself. If like anybody from Props is listening to this, sorry, don't take it back, please.
We were having this.
So now he's probably guaranteed that
discussion
he'll actually be able to keep it. They'll probably be like, "Oh, let Charles keep it." So
that when the props master gives me a sword, I just start waving it around like I'm 5. And we were trying to practice how to put it in and out without looking out of the scabbard. That is.
Yeah, because you have to.
that would be tricky.
Look like
See,
you know
I
what
was
you're
wondering
doing.
how they do
Because
that.
there was one scene where I'm like walking
Literally have to
around and I have to put my
practice.
sword away, and like 3 of the takes I'm just like
Yeah.
doing this. Yeah. So you have to play around with it a little bit. So that's why I think it's good. That's why I think they should let me keep my spadroon because you know.
I remember what the first time I had it
this
was
might be
in season 3.
rude. I feel
They
like
gave
it's
it to me, and I was
that was
waving
rude.
that thing around. And
I feel like it's wrong. A guy can't get something.
You killed somebody?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
I drew some blood.
Wait, with yourself though?
With me.
Okay.
So I held the throat like this, and champion, he didn't flinch, and then they called cut, and then he's like, "Oh Jesus!"
Oh no!
But yeah, I remember like I wanted to look like a real like cool guy by getting the sword and like maintaining eye contact and going like into the sky. And it took me a little bit to get it, but there is a trick to it. You got to feel the point on your thumb, on the your left hand thumb, just above the
Oh.
Yeah. That's my way too.
Yeah.
You kind of guide it in with your thumb.
That must be the technique.
Yeah, no.
It must be. Take my ring from set. So my standby costume person, Siri, I would bother her every day to asking her, can I take my ring home? Can I take my ring home? We have multiple rings. And one day I left set and I took the ring home, but it wasn't. I'd just forgotten, but I don't think Siri believed me. And now that I've said it, I don't think anyone will believe me if I try to pull that stunt.
I'm the same, but with socks. I forget to take my socks off every time, and poor Susie, my person who dresses me. Yeah, I forget. Oh no, I forgot because I had no clean socks at home. So crap, I forgot.
That's not
yeah,
right.
no, but I never thought they would like realize because they're just socks. But then I was like, hey, like sorry, I think I brought some socks home yesterday. And Stevie was like, yeah, we know. I think you have like 5 more pairs at home too. You might want to bring those back.
Siri may or may not have mentioned that. She might have said Charles is a serial
little sock thief.
Sock thief. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to return the ones that I had.
Okay.
Those
Well,
Socks and swords and rings. There you go.
your socks. So we go for another question. I've got a
Those
list
would
here.
be
So
pretty
Oh
cool
damn.
souvenirs. So
this one is from S for both David and Charles. How do you approach character development? For example, I know that sometimes actors focus the physicality of a character as a way. Others use music to get inspired, etc. I guess the question is character development, which is how do you,
Like as the season progresses, kind of thing.
how did you get into character?
How did I get into character? I think music was a big thing. Man, yeah. I mean, and as the season went on, in terms of character development, I think I listened to different music because I think William starts off quite young, and he almost, I think a lot of the times in the early episodes, he kind of compensates for his youth and his lack of experience in the world by kind of acting more regal and acting stronger than he is. And then later on, as he gets more disillusioned, that strength is actually real and it's not necessarily a front. And I think there's different music that he
I think I
used,
said something in there
or
about
that I used to try
kind
and
of
get
see
into
him
character.
grow up
Music for sure.
quite a
I think
bit
the accent
in
really
just that
helps me
first
get into
half of the
character,
season.
just because like Williams.
What music it is?
I don't know if I want to share.
No.
What? You know what I listen to? A lot of kind of Appalachian country music, which I never listen to. Like I'm not huge on country. But JB was telling me that apparently a lot of kind of that Appalachian stuff, that sound originated in Scotland. So it was very par for the course. It was very fitting for the whole show.
Why are you embarrassed to tell us what you were listening?
I don't know. There's a lot. Okay, here's the thing though.
Music
The
is
thing
personal,
about
that's
Apple
why,
Music
I mean,
and Spotify and stuff
it
now
is.
is that you listen to so much stuff because you have access to like every genre. So I think that, you know, I listen to a lot of music that I might not necessarily
Personally, as
enjoy
Alexan,
long
I would
term.
not be able to
The topic
survive if
here,
I didn't
come
have
on.
access to music.
Look, I love all music. I love all music. For William though,
Why?
I think he was like kind of Appalachian,
Right.
birth of America kind of music.
Fine.
What about you?
What did I do to prepare? I got in the makeup chair every morning and gave you a hard time.
You put your little eye things on.
I put my eye things on, the little eye patch to get rid of the luggage under my eyes.
Those give me rashes though. I got a bunch when I got back home because I was too scared to use them on set because I'm like I get allergies from things.
So you're not embarrassed to admit eye patches, but embarrassed to admit choice. All right.
Come on, we gotta look pretty.
You're more concerned about your vanity than your I don't know, your soul or something. That's
Yeah.
Shall we move on to another question?
We're actors.
Go on for me. Yeah,
Oh, a question?
Shame.
Oh, wait, let me look at my mom's phone real quick. Let's go through the Twitter. Oh no. Okay, just wait. I'm
I
almost
love
there.
that he's using his mom's phone. That's great.
Hey, David Berry, what's your favorite type of berry from Froder Outlander?
Good question.
It's not obvious or anything.
I,
That's cute.
My favorite type of berry is well, my son Alexander Berry, but
Aww.
and then my mom, and then my family, all those berries. But if we're going to a supermarket, I'm probably getting a raspberry. It needs to be hard and sweet at the same time. So I do love a raspberry. I love a raspberry. If I had a choice on a PB day, it's going to be raspberry jam instead of strawberry jam.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's literally the only right answer. I was gonna be mean to you about if you said anything other than raspberry. But yeah, raspberry and raspberry jam. That's where it's at.
Got it.
Have you tried the raspberry jam where they take the seeds out? I forget what it's called, but it's a certain kind of raspberry jam.
Huh.
So it's just raspberry jam, but you don't have any of the seeds. It's actually brilliant.
Some miracle of modern food science.
I know, it's insane. I don't know how they do it, but I'm happy that they do.
All right. So next question. This one is from Tash. Sam has often said that putting on his costume,
I wonder if
especially
it's Tash Sashanak.
the Jamie Fraser boots, grounds him into the character. Do either of you have something that you put on or do that really transitions you into William and John, or William or John? That's
Okay,
Tash.
that's very good. That's a good one.
Okay, I can start with this one.
Go
There's
for
a thing. Shoot, I'm blanking. Oh, okay, help me out here. You wear one too. What is this little plate that we have here?
Gorget.
Yeah, gorget, whatever. I really like that, and one of the directors, Joss, he gave me a little bit of info on it. It used to be, I guess, back in the day when you would fight in the medieval ages, you'd have these full suits of metal armor, and that would help you against sword fighting. And then as weapons got more advanced, the idea of having a huge chest plate just became, wasn't really reasonable in battle. So it shrunk and shrunk and shrunk. And now this is kind of just like this little representation of what we used to wear, the chest plate, in battle. And apparently a lot of militaries around the world still have that. And I always thought that was kind of a cool little piece for William. When he's in his red coat, because I think William, obviously has a lot of dimensions beyond just kind of, his imperial goals. But I think that really put me into character for a lot of the battle scenes. I thought it was quite cool.
If I wanted character for Charles Vandervaart, I'd probably put on my socks and work morning. That's probably what I'd do to get into the character of playing Charles Vandervaart. I put on some track pants, tracky dacks, and then a rugby, and then I'll be completely trained Charles Vandervaart.
Exactly, yeah.
That's your costume. Like you rock up to that boy.
It is cutting out. It's
for
not
Halloween. You should
it's,
dress up
the
as
video.
Charles Vandervaart. It's a really easy.
I want the Charles Vandervaart stuff, how to dress like him. The rugby jersey. It is tracky dacks. Like just the most like casual. Like I don't know. You can find it. Probably find it. I get the Kmart. I'm pretty.
What are you trying to say about my style, David Barry?
And I think it's.
I don't think the question was supposed to be how do you
put some socks
get
on
into character as Charles.
Stolen
David,
socks from
David,
set.
You're misunderstanding the assignment.
Cosplay.
And a dumbbell.
Wait, what's my cosplay?
Oh gosh. Okay, wait. I have to defend myself for a second. I went to when we went to New York for the premiere. My mom was like, Charles, you only wear track pants and gym clothes. You need something nice to wear. So I went on a full shopping spree, which was hell. I can't stand shopping. I don't like it at all. But look at this nice shirt that I have now.
Oh, what?
That's not my favorite thing either.
Basically like
pan out for a sec. Let's see the whole fit.
The whole fit. Okay, here wait, let me show you. I'm wearing socks. Very Charles of me. Like look at these nice pants. Look at
I've pretty track pants before.
I'm like a whole human being now. Oh, you know what? The other thing you'd have to add in is my University of Glasgow sweater that I bought.
Yeah.
I never don't wear that.
Yeah. Well,
what would be your David Barry? I mean, I feel like you're a stylish man. You need some Dior or something.
Okay. Yeah. All
right. I think your Halloween cosplay for me is a bit out of my price range. I'll stick with my sweatpants.
Wait, no, I'm saying
I'm pretty sure I'm not rocking up the set in the morning like that.
What am I saying? JB,
you look pretty fabulous.
Thank you.
He
Thank
did
you.
not.
Look, you got time
He went
to wardrobe. I'll give you some pointers. But we'll go shopping tonight.
The University of Glasgow is where they filmed all the university shots for the show.
All right, let's do it. I'm down.
All right. So we got
obviously
okay, let's look.
Not on site for the proper university, but it's such a great, fantastic looking building.
There's so many questions. Oh my goodness.
Worked really well.
Lots of can't waits.
See, it went to the University of Glasgow. See, I'm not paying attention at all.
Okay, this is an interesting one. I don't know if I even have an answer to this. But what scene was the hardest to get through, either due to content or laughter?
No.
I definitely know which one
like
that
if you bust out in a giggle in the middle of one?
You can only talk around.
A lot of funny stuff to accidentally bust into giggles.
Well, it's a spoiler, so I can't, if it involves you and me. Yeah, there's definitely a day when we did a pickup, and I think we both kind of You know what it was? I think I set the tone by grabbing your phone and liking a few random Instagram
I forgot that you did that. Oh my gosh.
and give generally a hard time about something, which then we got that, and I think it was towards the end of our filming block in Glasgow, and you weren't on camera, but I think I probably reached the end of my sanity, and I was from there now. But I guess the point being that you and I have a very special relationship.
We do.
Um,
I remember that day like so well now. Okay, we won't give too much away though. I was gonna spill about what I was doing in that scene, but no.
Yeah, well, I think we have a lot to look forward to with you. They haven't seen the end of our interaction. Things get even more juicy, more, and there's if they keep in the back of their minds, there's actually true hilarity going on behind the scenes. Maybe give them extra color and foster their imaginations for when they see those scenes.
Amongst all the horror and sadness, there is actually two dudes having a good time.
Yeah.
Here's another one, David. I actually want to ask you this because I need some pointers from Brittany. She asked you, David, before cutting your hair, what was your hair care routine?
Okay. Well, it all comes down to a good shampoo, and I have a lot of sympathy now and empathy for people with long hair. There's a lot of girls out there with long hair. I got a lot of pointers from a makeup team, from other women in my life who gave me some great understanding. Because usually I wake up in the morning and I don't have to do anything to my hair. I mean, that's one of the privileges of having short hair. You don't have to really care. But key is having a good shampoo. And I had some very, very good shampoo that I would shampoo, I think.
You know what? He has a good point, and I always cheap out on my shampoo. I'm terrible about it.
Hair treatment. And then
Which you would think that I would. I mean, I spend a decent amount of money on making sure I have a good dye because I do it so often. I don't want to destroy my hair.
At all times,
I don't bleach my hair often, and I use a gentle one when I do. I use
find someone who also has long hair, like Charles, so that you can hang out with them and not feel like and that you're the only one with really long hair. So Charles and I would go to the gym, and we'd both be rocking these long haired and tied up at the back, and then people would literally come up to us in the gym like, you guys look the same. And we're like, yeah. Believe it or not, we're father and son, and we're on the same show. Hey, and we're also Canadian. And there we got hair that's the same too.
We looked identical. I'm sure if we went alone, they just wouldn't know which one was actually working out there.
I think they probably confused us. What was your hair care routine? And I probably know it already, but
I keep it simple. See, here, I'm a new man now. I have new clothes.
You do.
I have this control paste that I put in my hair, which keeps it kind of maintained. Because my problem in Scotland was I had so many either flyaways when my hair was nice and wavy, which I liked, or I had to slick it back. And it just turns out that I ended up just putting it in a pony at all times because it was too hard to manage. And the wind is such an enemy. My wind was my biggest enemy the entire time I had really long hair. You couldn't do anything. Your hair would just be all in your eyes.
Look at us. Back to personal vanity again.
No, that's practical. I can't see. I'm trying to cross the road. My hair is all my eyes. That's the safety concern.
Great. It is look, windy days are just terrible when you have long hair. Just forget about it. Just stay inside, I reckon. If you got long hair, it's windy, forget it.
Oh, mentioning about Canada. Wait, I gotta find this question.
Yep.
Someone asked if we had found any good poutine in Scotland.
No, I don't think so. Maybe. I feel like I did. I think
craft services serve poutine. That's the question.
We froze for a minute there. Sorry.
I think. Sorry, you go.
It might have made poutine.
I
that's a
remember
poor
they
picture on
made like a
Charles.
chili fry
Hopefully this will
thing that
straighten
was
out here.
very
So,
reminiscent of poutine because it had cheese, but not cheese curds. It was pretty good. It
Mm.
like held me off until I could get back home and have some real poutine. You know where they had
I
poutine
think
though?
we're
In
straightening out
Liverpool.
a bit.
They had a Canadian themed restaurant that I went to.
What?
Um,
Didn't invite me.
well, it was late. We went out like so many times in Liverpool. We went to that one place.
So many times being the one time.
Yeah, but we went to multiple restaurants in one night. We went to like 3. We went to the hotel one. Where was that place that we stayed? It was like really yummy.
Oh yeah, we had 2 dinners that
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. We
Um,
had like a dinner at the hotel, and then we were like, we're grown boys. You're a grown boy for sure. We need an extra meal. Then we went out and had a feast at a Mediterranean, like
yeah.
Turkish place. That was the bomb. That was amazing.
Yeah. We're like
Uh,
hobbits. We need breakfast and second breakfast and afternoons and lunch and then dinner and supper.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, what is your? So every morning we get into the makeup chair. What is your breakfast order?
Ooh, okay. I never knew what to order for the longest time, so I always used to bring my own. Like I used to bring a coffee and like a protein bar and then a protein shake from home, and then that would be my breakfast. But then as things went on, I learned how to order properly, and I ended up getting an omelet. So I got 3-egg omelet with cheese on the inside. Is that it? Oh, and a yogurt. So just lots of dairy and eggs.
And for
That's about it.
It's
interested
too
viewers
much
at home,
dairy, dude.
can you tell them what you would
Need some
have
fruit.
for dinner?
Like,
This is just a Charles roast. I may have dabbled with frozen pizza pretty much every single day when I was in Scotland.
It took me back to when I was like at college, at 21 or whatever. Every day was like pizza day. And I remember you pointing out the pizzas like, yeah, but it's got really good macros. Look, it's really...
It does.
Yeah.
Those pizzas, the Sainsbury's pizzas with the stuffed crust, they got 80 grams of protein in them. That's insane.
Sainsbury's stuffed crust pizza, you've heard it from Charles, is key to having a fantastic body like him. Want to have things and big muscles like Charles. What
why
you
do
got
I
to
feel
do
like
is
that's inaccurate?
chow down on those Sainsbury's stuff.
My sister came to visit me, and the only thing she realized that I ate was these salmon en croûtes from Sainsbury's and these pizzas. And she was like, Charles, I can't stand the smell of them. You have to stop eating these. So she kind of forced me, for the last month that I was in Scotland, she kind of forced me to diversify my eating habits. But
Well,
I don't know.
I think
Good.
your sister did you a good kindness there.
It's just so easy. You get home from work and you don't want to do anything. You want to just go to bed. You just work for like 12
Wait, yeah,
hours.
but you
So I'm
can't
like,
live-
I just want to throw pizza in the oven and go to sleep.
Smash and stuffed
My
crust.
mom
So I guess
self
we
is
have
coming out here.
maybe have one more question.
All right, beautiful.
Did you ask the question then, or is it my turn or is it yours?
Well, how did we talk about that? I think I was on the poutine thing. So you go, because I asked about poutine.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind you being the interviewer. This is your big chance if you want to do it.
It's okay. Hit me with a hard one.
With the hard-hitting questions. Well, these are more questions from the fans.
Beauty.
Here's one for Charles. I think. Sorry, I've heard you answer this one before, but I do love hearing you talk. So, and for everyone who missed it, because we had a big. I'm talking, of course, about our big press day where we spent 8 hours together, answering a lot of questions from the journalists, and this was one of them. So, for everyone who missed it, was Charles, being a newbie to the Outlander crew, was there anything in particular that everyone did to make you feel welcome? And that's from Sarah.
Oh, I forget what I answered when we were doing the press junket, but I do. You know what? I gotta be real nice to you right now, David. You and JB, right when I got there, because you guys were there too, like took me out and showed me around Glasgow, and it was really nice because I didn't know anybody in Glasgow at all. I was in a foreign country. I was in a foreign continent. And it was my first time doing that long term. And then it was a bit daunting going there and thinking I'm going to be there for an entire year, and not necessarily see my family or see my friends, kind of have that support of that community.
For what? Whole year, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the whole year. Went back for Christmas time and then one of the hiatuses, but more or less for the whole year I was in Scotland.
The longest
Um,
away from home?
say that again, sorry?
The longest you've been away from home?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been to, I did a show called Lost in Space in Vancouver, but that was 6 months. And Vancouver's Canada still. I mean, it's about the same distance flight as Scotland because it's just the other side of Canada. But it still felt a little bit closer just because it's the same country. But I mean, yeah, the fact that you guys, took me out and showed me town and, made me feel like I had a little bit of a community right off the bat. It cured my homesickness a lot. So thank you, Mr. Berry.
Well,
and thank you, JB.
Thank you for coming out with me. No one else hang out with me. I tried everyone else in the cast, and it came down to you.
Yeah.
And
I was number 10 that you asked everyone except me. You were like, don't make me go live with Charles. That guy. That sock thief.
We had some good times. We had some really. I thought of something to say, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Never mind. No, we did have good times. You know what I most appreciate? One of my fond memories of our time together in Glasgow is around Christmas time when we bought a Christmas tree, or I bought a Christmas tree, and Charles was very kind to carry the Christmas tree all the way to my up for me. That's a real Christmas spirit. That's what a real Canadian would do. I think.
Heck yeah.
Maybe just Charles Vandervaart thing. So I really enjoyed our time together. I love playing your adoptive father. I really look forward to what audiences have to see of you this season. I know you've got some great episodes coming up, so you have a really cool storyline, and you're going to meet some other characters. We've teased a bit. You might have something to JB. You might have other
Maybe.
and a reunion with your real father. Who knows? But I know that I've been really excited to watch you do your stuff on screen, and I can't wait for all the audiences to see what you've done this year. So I'm very excited to see that happen for you.
I think we made something pretty special, so I'm excited for it to all come out and everyone to see it.
Yeah. No, absolutely, and I think they're really gonna love you. So should we end it there and say goodbye to everyone on the Instagram?
Yeah, we're being so nice to each other. We don't want this to devolve, so I think this is a good time to end it off.
Always nice to each other. We're except when we're doing big scenes at the end of the
So weird.
and people can. No, I was still nice to you, except when I'm. The meanest thing I've ever done is probably like a couple of Instagram posts
What is this? Hold on.
people can.
This guy liked someone's Instagram post that I barely knew at the time. Liked their post from like 6 years ago. It's so uncalled for, David Berry.
That's what dads are here for, to embarrass you.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah. Keep me on my toes. Keep me grounded.
Wrong, and I think in the end you'll see that I did the best.
You know what? I agree.
Came to that. That was a little bit too easy. Well, anyway, very good to see you, Charles, and very good to see everyone at home. I think we'll say goodbye now, and thank you for tuning in.
Love you, brother.
Thanks.
See ya.
You're welcome.
Bye.
So now I was looking around at something different there. I just want to I'll have to check this, and hopefully the sound that I wanted to recorded in the picture, it looks like was fine. I've got a weird lighting situation going on in this room. Weather outside this window, I get really bright light here, and then it's sort of okay here. It doesn't even out, so I am working on getting some different lighting for the ceiling. That would hopefully make it so that I can have light on my face without you getting all of the reflection in my glasses, which I don't know about you, but it bugs the heck out of me. So I really hope that you enjoyed getting to see that full discussion between those two. They are a funny pair, and I can completely believe that off camera they're either cracking each other up or possibly causing small amounts of trouble and getting things a little off track when it comes to filming from time to time. a case of the giggles. Although I can't think of what it is that would have made them smile on set, I can see that while David was going through and making fun of Charles, something about social media or a post, I can see that turning into giggles that won't stop. Let me know if you liked this video, and if there are any other interviews. Again, I can only do the ones that are not credited to anybody else, and hopefully there are more that I'll come across. But if there are any that you can think of that you'd like me to share here, let me know, and I will do my best to see if I can get it set up to be shown on my channel. Thanks so much for the suggestion. I realize I kind of suggested it, but thanks so much for deciding that you want to see it. It makes it something that at least I know some people are looking forward to seeing, and that makes my job a little bit easier. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. If you would like to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Also, check down the links below. There are a couple that might be useful, including a new Discord channel if you want a place to go and chat about, I don't know, Outlander. For more content, videos about Outlander, and to get us through this Droughtlander period, please check out, any of these videos here, and I'll see you there.